Hey everyone, this is Travis, developer for birdStepper, bird sound, and this is a tutorial that will show you how to use birdStepper's pitch effect. I'm going to be using an electric guitar. I've got birdStepper running in Audiobus in the effects slot. I'm connecting my guitar to my iPad using an arpeggiation, and I've also got Loopy HD running, which I'll use for its clock and click track a little bit later. But for now, let's just get started. So I'm going to hit the start button on birdStepper, which will get us looping through our pattern. So we're going to now go to the pitch effect. We're going to hit the effects button, and we're going to tap the info button on pitch, and that'll take us to the pitch detail screen. So I think probably the easiest way to show you how to do this is just to do it. So turn the pitch effect on. I suppose you should first hear it without. So that's just a C chord, obviously. Here we have pitch transpose 1 and pitch transpose 2. We can set it just by sliding the setter up or down, or we can drag our finger across it. We can clear it with the little X. We can zoom in on it and zoom out. Fun stuff. But we're interested in the musical aspects. So I'm going to take the setter and I'm going to put it all the way up. So if you look over here, you can see that that corresponds to a 12. That means we're transposing my guitar 12 half steps up, 1 octave. So let's hear that C chord again. So you get almost kind of a 12-string effect there. Let's double that with pitch transpose 2 and see just how close to Roger McGuinn we can get. We can adjust the amount of that transposition using the pitch mix here, so it's a wet-dry mix. Let's add a couple other effects just to kind of fill out that sound. So that's sort of a quasi 12-string effect, but let's try transposing to 2 different pitches. So I'm going to take transpose 2, and I'm going to put that at the opposite end of the spectrum. That's at -12, so 1 full octave down. I'm going to add some fuzz, and we are going to find out how many of you are from Australia. So for those of you that aren't from Australia, that was a bit of a song by The Living End, and I had to stop there because I didn't want to embarrass myself. Okay, so that's kind of some of the really basic stuff that you can do with pitch, so basically just octaving. Let's get a little bit weirder than that. I'm going to reset both of those transposition steppers, and I'm going to take the first top one. I'm going to pull the setter down so that I'm transposing my signal to a fifth. So you may know that a fifth is the harmony that's used in a power chord on the guitar. So So you can use that for, you know, kind of silly stuff like this. which smoke on the water is smoke on the water, I guess. I prefer using it for something a little bit stranger. So there I'm just playing some open chords, but because I have the transpose set to a fifth, it's going to take every frequency it hears and transpose it by that amount. So what you get is a chord that physically isn't possible to play on the guitar. It's an A chord in which each note of the chord is separately transposed up a fifth. If you want it to be a bit more diabolical, you could do a flat fifth. Although I will warn you, you probably will not make a lot of fans with a sound like that. I don't know, I would probably be a fan, but a few others. Okay, so thus far we've done everything just keeping a single transposition for the entire pattern using the stepper setter. So let's get into some more dynamic things, and that's where the glissando is going to come into play. So I think first what I want to do is make sure I'm synced up with loopy. So I'm going to hit stop, I'm going to hit the clock button, and I'm going to switch the clock source to loopy HD. I'm going to hit play. So now we're synced up with loopy. The reason I wanted to do that mainly is because when you're working through a sequence, it's really kind of essential to have some sense of timing. And so the click track provides that for us. So, yeah, we better clear that. Okay, so let's try something. I'm going to put the transpose 1 all the way at 12. Right in the middle, I'm going to dip down. Suppose it would help if I turned it on. And let's make that kind of a repeating pattern. Oops. So we'll be transposing up an octave. Oops. We'll be up an octave here, down an octave there, and up here, and so on. Let's do something similar down here in pitch transpose 2. Just kind of throw some general gyrations in there. Now, if you want to make it more dramatic, you can just turn up the wet mix, so we'll hear less of the original signal and we'll hear a lot more of the processed signal. And here's where you're going to hear that glissando a lot more, because we're changing transpose settings fairly rapidly. Increasing the glissando here is going to have the effect of making those changes in transposition kind of more gradual. And we could go crazy with it if we want, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that for this particular tutorial. There's going to be a part 2 in which I'll show you how to do some arpeggiation effects, but if you see my battery is about to run out, so I'll have to recharge my iPad and do this again. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.